All right, and welcome to another episode of the Zero One Shootout here on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Revin coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois. Joined as always by my buddy Minderz. And Minderz, we had to kind of call an audible for what we're going to talk about this week after this past weekend.
We did. Well, kind of like they had to call an audible too. So I
True.
totally get it.
Yeah, for those that don't know, the Winter Slam show did not happen on Saturday. The venue kind of double booked, I guess is
Had a
what happened.
mishap.
Had a
We'll say
mishap.
had a
That's a good way.
mishap.
That's a good way to put it. They had a mishap, but so they wound up instead throwing a little impromptu uh,
Pop-up show.
pop up show you called it in Edgewood Saturday night. So we went and checked that out. Uh, Not officially a 01 USA show,
But a lot of the talent you were going to see at the 01 show.
yeah, mostly in some Thursday Night Throwdown talent was involved, and
Yeah. It was a good
kind of
show. It was
kind
a
of a
good
skeleton
chuckle.
crew set up. But
It was, but it was a good chuckle all night. I
it was a
liked it.
fun show, very fun. Although you did, I'm not happy with you, Minders.
What'd I do now?
You put my beard in peril again.
I sure did. And guess what? It wasn't with CMC now, was it?
No, it wasn't CMD this time. It was our friend the EOE this time.
She said there were scissors over at the table.
Yeah, they're probably rusty scissors too.
Probably. They
Because
might
the
have been
ones
worse than
that
the kid
CMC
scissors.
had were not reliable the last time.
Yeah, I might have, and I might have got Matt Race in a little trouble.
Yeah, you gave me crap for doing that to Bradley before, and Rob
Yeah,
put it well. That show was interesting. It was interesting.
it
Hey,
was interesting.
we got a little work
Stacy,
rate Rob on that show. Yeah,
we did. That was a lot of fun.
yeah.
Although I have never heard Rob cuss that much, and it wasn't even bad
No,
cussing, but I've
no, it
never heard
wasn't
him
even
cuss that
cussing.
much. I know.
We can call it salty language, but it wasn't really cussing necessarily.
Salty language. It wasn't bad. I was just like, holy crap, Rob said that. We were impressed, Rob. We were impressed.
Yep, it was. Would you call it a banger? Him and Big Man Chan on that show.
Oh yeah, that was a banger of a match. That was
Uh,
definitely a banger.
Rob being a little heelish, throwing a little some
It was
cheating
nice. I liked
tactics.
it. I liked it. You said the
Uh,
B word, Rob. You said bitch like 3 times. Oh, Scott wants to know how
that's
the
how the
legs
legs
are
are doing.
doing. Since they weren't working Saturday night.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Oh my
they
goodness,
miraculously healed, remember?
they did. Yeah, it was a miracle.
It was a
That was
miracle.
Matt Race refereed the entire show, so he proved to be a
Kudos to him.
workhorse there. Rob wasn't happy with him
Kudos.
with the,
Yeah.
I guess, some questionable officiating there. Now, I don't know if
Hey,
this show's going to be on the Patreon, Minders,
I
because,
probably not. It's not 01 affiliated, so
okay.
I kind of
So
doubt it.
it
Unless
kind of
Rob and
goes,
Dave have something different to say.
right. So that's something just to go into the ether as a memory, and we
Was
enjoyed it.
anybody recording it?
David was.
Oh, that's right.
He had
Oh,
the
it
phone
might
out.
then. It
So,
might
man,
then.
you never know. Uh, but we did get a Thursday Night Throwdown last Thursday, Minders. You and I both watched it before we went on. It was
Man,
a
we were
little
cutting it close, weren't we?
yeah. The Patreon has had a little bit of a delay to it, so we got it kind of at the last minute. But oh, David says probably will be soon. So I
Okay.
guess
Well, there you go.
all right. But yeah, so we literally I think I just finished it at
I think we
right
both
around
finished at about
5.
5.
So
Yep. Should be fresh in our
it
minds.
should be fresh in our minds, and it's a good thing too because we haven't mentioned who our guest is today, Menders. Uh,
I was
it'll be
avoiding it.
be nice. He'll be joining us here in about 15 minutes or so. Former heavyweight champion Joey O'Reilly is going to be our guest this week,
Former.
possibly future.
Former.
David, it's all good. No
It's all
problem.
good, David. We got it. Oh, by
But
the way, David, one for tomorrow. Devontae!
hey, Devontae Knox is in the
Speaking
chat.
of, let's get right into it then. Let's just get into last Thursday.
Okay.
Let's do that because Devontae and Theo and Chris came out first. The trauma
Right,
unit.
there were a few changes to the card on Thursday.
There
Some
was
some matches were a little different.
a little bit different,
Yeah.
but they all came out to support Theo, and
Right.
Theo fought Max W. House.
Max W. House. Yeah.
Max put up a fight.
He did put up a fight, and the boys got a little frisky at ringside too. There was some
I love
chicanery
it.
there. I know
I'm
you do,
sorry.
Minderz.
I
I know
love it.
you heart heels. I know.
I heart heels. Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't, because BA is a heel, and I can't stand his ass.
Well,
So
you'd like him if he wasn't feuding with Jimmy.
you're right. I probably would. If he didn't pick on my favorites, then I'd be fine with it.
Yeah. Oh
But
my goodness.
back to this. So, I mean, there's
Oh,
really not a whole
I
lot to
probably
say.
I ought to put the crawl up, shouldn't I, with the
Yeah,
results?
put the crawl up. That'll help.
Okay, there we go.
That'll help us remember.
Okay. Uh, so the tag match, the new guys against Reign Victoria and the Glitch. We saw a little clip of this on
Oh, don't
YouTube,
you have that?
Patreon. I don't have it handy to put up on
Oh,
here,
okay.
but yeah, basically Glitch kind of,
A little bit.
and I don't think Reign was too pleased with him after that.
The Empress is not happy.
No, it sounds like we might get a name change for old Glitch from what she was saying.
I help.
I know what you suggested.
I don't want to repeat it on here. I don't want to give away all my
Unlike Rob, we watch our language on this show.
sometimes. Depends on who we're talking to.
That's true. All right. So yeah, so the new guys got a win, and afterwards they issued a challenge to Constant Headache for a tag title match.
They did.
Yep.
And I'll
Now
tell you what, I'm
they're
excited for this match.
okay. So they're wrestling tomorrow. Is tomorrow the title match?
I don't know.
Rob Leach.
David?
Is it didn't say on the placard with the matches on there.
Well, because I know, yeah, because then Anakin came out, and it sounded like it is, because then Anakin came out and basically accepted as long as they were still champs.
He said, well, hang on. He said as long as they beat the Light on Saturday. They didn't beat the Light on Saturday.
Nope. Sure didn't.
Rob, the question is new guys and Constant Headache for the belts tomorrow night?
I love how we have
loopholes.
People in the chat. It's great. I love it.
Yes.
But
I mean, either way, title or not, that's going to be a hell of a match.
It's for the titles.
Very nice.
Hopefully,
a well-deserved title opportunity for the new guys.
And hopefully, Anakin doesn't try to break my hand tomorrow night. Oh, by the way, hey David, I need a seat tomorrow. Thank you. Just one. But yeah, hopefully Anakin doesn't try to break my hand again. Holy cow,
he played a little rough on Saturday.
That was a stinger.
Yeah, your hand was red for like an hour and a half.
It was. It does say on the graphic, you don't know how to read, apparently.
What?
David said says it says on the.
I'm gonna look because I didn't see it, but that doesn't mean it's not there. Let me see.
There's
Oh,
tag team championship match. It's right there in pink.
It's in pink. I can't read it with the background. Dang nabbit. You guys are making me look bad here.
I was gonna say I thought it was for the belts, but whatever.
That's what I thought too. But I'm just saying. Plus, we saw the graphic for the match before we saw the match Thursday, so maybe I wasn't looking for it.
That's true. Maybe that was it.
Maybe.
But yeah, yes. I'm super excited about that match tomorrow night. So we'll talk more about it a little bit later.
Yes. So we did not get Anakin Murphy versus Ashton Alexander as advertised.
Joseph, no, he's not. He's going to be on here about 15 minutes. Sorry.
Closer to 10 now, but
now it's 10.
But yeah, so Ashlyn pretty much said she already beat Anakin, so she wasn't going to do that again.
Said some not nice things about Anakin.
Mm-hmm. But we did get Anakin versus the Luminary, which is It was a heck of a match.
I'm kind of bummed I missed that one, honestly. Because, no, I think Anakin and...
No, how did you miss it? You watched on Patreon.
Well, I wish I would have been there live. We'll put it that way.
Oh,
I wish I would have been
gotcha.
there live.
I got you. Okay.
When
That
I
makes
say
sense.
that, I mean I wish I would have been there live.
I thought you meant you like took a nap in the middle of the show and.
No, I was still
I,
I think I was still at work. I was multitasking then.
I got you. I was a little surprised that the Luminary got a tap out win on Anakin.
I was too, but again, it made sense to me if we would have saw it Thursday, because that would have led into Saturday about whether or not Constant Headache would have beat the Light, which we still don't know.
Uh-huh.
But the Luminary had a win over Anakin to make it look like
so now
maybe the Light will pull it off. So
yeah, and the Light still has a tag title shot in the can.
Yeah.
So we got to wait and see what happens there. Let's see. Oh, darn it. The thing rolled over and I forgot what's next.
BA. Bitch ass is next.
Okay, BA and Cordell Kane. It was supposed to be... Where was it? Well, I don't think they had anything for BA
They
last
didn't.
week.
They just said he was going to be
Oh, he
there.
was on the multi-man.
Yeah.
Also scheduled to appear thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Cordell Kane, and Cordell Kane gave BA a fight.
He called...
I shouldn't sound surprised.
BA called him a kid the entire time.
Well, to be fair, how old is Cordell? 20, 21?
Maybe, I don't know.
He's a pup. He's but a pup.
They're all pups to us, Mark.
I know, that's true.
They're all pups to us. We're the old ones here.
Well, wise.
Wiser.
We're wizened by time.
Sure, we'll go with that. That works for me. Apparently I'm not, because I like to annoy people. Because shoot, even that pop-up show, Malkin was there. He came right after me. I didn't even do nothing. I just sat there.
You were wearing your Jimmy Carrot hoodie, so that's just
Everybody
going to trigger him.
Used to that by now.
You can't make a BA hoodie? I know a guy, he can make you one.
No. Nope, I don't need a BA hoodie.
Say BA all the way on the front of it.
No, I'm still salty.
Or Malkin for president.
I'm still salty with you.
Why?
Because of the sign.
Oh, that was a nice sign.
It was a terrible sign.
I should have laminated it.
Good luck. That was the big piece of paper.
The only person I know with a laminator is you, and you weren't going to help me.
You're right. Plus, I couldn't because mine only does 8x10, so or 8x11.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Minderz, I need to reboot my headset. Start talking about the next match.
Okay, let me see. I gotta wait till this thing kind of goes on. I think it was, if I remember, yeah. So Joey comes out, starts talking all his crap, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't understand part of it just because I didn't have it turned up all the way. But Joey came out. He was supposed to have a fight with, I believe it was scheduled for CMC, wasn't it? It was supposed to be Joey and CMC against each other.
I don't think they had a match. Let me see. Yeah, they were both on the multi-man thing, so they didn't actually announce a match between the two.
I thought they did. You're starting to make me look bad now because I could have swore there was one. I don't know. Anyway, or maybe there was. Oh, maybe there was supposed to be one a couple weeks ago. Anyway.
Yeah, it's nice to see CMC to show up Thursday.
Wasn't it? I was super excited to see him.
I'll bet you were.
Except, and then, so then Rob comes down trying to get some order because Trauma Unit came out.
It was Angler got kicked in the head by somebody.
Chris.
He took it personally.
Yeah, he got mad. So he wanted in the match too. So we ended up with a 3-on-3 Trauma Unit versus O'Reilly, CMC, and Angler. Mm-hmm. And, Theo was pulling double duty.
He was, yeah.
He'd already had the match earlier in the night, so.
Yeah, and it seemed like Devontae and Chris weren't sure if they were going to have him for that match. I think Theo made the call himself.
I think they still would have. Taken on those other three.
Oh, I'm sure they would have.
Oh, Devontae super kicked Angler. My bad.
For no reason. There must have been a reason.
He got in the way. It was probably meant for someone else.
I'll say, was he aiming for CMC or Joey?
He probably was, and Angler was just in the way. But anyway, so we had that match
It broke down as expected.
as expected. I did like how it started off Joey versus Theo, but come on now. I knew Theo was backing out of that one.
He
What
did.
good heel wouldn't do that?
I was like, he didn't back out. He's biding his time. Oh, you know what?
We have an answer. He was
There
in
we
the
go.
way, and I don't like his face. So thanks, Devontae. Thanks for the insider. Angler got in the ring to get away from the brawl, and Devontae followed him just to throw a pointless kick. Well, apparently it wasn't pointless because Devontae just said that he doesn't
Doesn't like
like
his
his
face.
face. So, hey, it could have been
Nope.
worse. He could have threw
It
the
could have been
iron
Rob.
cakes. Well, or he could have threw the iron cakes and broke his nose.
That's true.
He
Yeah,
didn't do
that's
that. So,
no, not till later.
yeah, that was later.
I think Joey tasted the cakes in that match, didn't he?
Joey did taste the cakes.
You know, when Devontae does it as a heel, then it seems like it has more intensity to it than before.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the intensity was always there. Just seems like
Oh yeah,
it's with
the
more
attitude wasn't there.
malice. More
Yeah,
malice.
yeah.
But
So Trauma Unit got the win on that. I think it was Devontae pinning the Angler, if I remember right.
sounds right.
Hmm.
Correct us if we're wrong, Rob. Like we said, we just watched it and we have terrible memories.
CMC is he was not a. It seemed like he wasn't really a willing participant as far as being a partner
Well, he said he
to
wasn't going to
Joey.
trust Joey. Well, we're going to talk about that here in a
You
minute.
know what? I don't think Joey should trust CMC.
Well,
I'm,
didn't figure you would say that, but Joey's never been one to trust.
he said that. Joey said that himself. So
Sure did.
we'll
But
get
there's a
into it
lot.
when Joey jumps in. But yeah, he actually mentioned he said once a low life, always a low life. So
That's
I don't
how
know.
it
Was he
works.
talking about Jordan or was he talking about himself
Or was he talking about both of them?
or both or Marvin?
Could be Marvin, could be Tommy or Tony G.
CMC he's just knee deep in low lives as far as just in general practice right now. They got Marvin and Kyle bugging him. He's teaming with Jordan.
Did you see Devontae make fun of CMC and tell him that our buddy Bryce Brown has more hair than CMC does?
Not wrong. I mean, I'm just saying, CMC. You might take a lesson from
He
me
doesn't
here.
want to look
Just
like an egg.
hey, this is a good look. You know what? I saw some old pictures of his old man on Facebook. It's alarming how much they looked alike, and I just feel bad for the kid now that that's what he was saddled with.
Those pictures were cute though. All right, let's move on to the main event from last week
Okay.
because you and I were both excited about this
Yes,
match.
this was a great match, I thought, ATM and Tommy Davis. And Tommy talked about it last week. I, he wasn't real familiar with like being in the ring with ATM, but he learned quick, didn't he?
He learned real quick. So, yeah, that was every bit of the match I thought it was going to be. And we were right. We said Tommy was going to win, so I'm here for it. Hey, and it worked for him. He's got another win under his belt. The other thing I did notice that we didn't mention earlier was that Anakin now has 2 losses under his belt.
Yeah, he's he's on a little bit of a losing streak. So
A little bit. So hopefully he can snap out of that.
yeah, yeah.
Tomorrow night would be a good time to snap out of it.
I was to say, it seems like as a team they
As a
tend to
team, they
pick it
seem
up
to
a little
do
bit.
better. Yeah. But yeah, so Tommy and ATM, of course, the crowd hates ATM,
Yeah,
but
but they love
and
Tommy though.
Tommy, they love Tommy. But Tommy pulled the win out for that one. And then, of
Mhm.
course, freaking bitch ass had to come back down. And
Well, Tommy he kind of threw the gauntlet down. He wants his shot.
he deserves it.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I agree.
BA's just
He's
too much of a little bitch that he doesn't want to defend his title.
well.
Sorry.
It's
Hot
well.
take.
It's not BA's call with when he defends the title. It falls on our general manager for that. So
No, because I thought they said something about he doesn't have to defend the belt any Thursday before he has a Saturday show. Come on now. If
Well,
you're a
they,
real champ, you'd be like, no, bring it on.
yeah, but Rob, he can change that if necessary.
Rob, you're my buddy. I'm sorry. Now I'm getting yelled at for my dirty language.
Oh, Minderz, who do you think you are, Marco now?
No. See
Oh,
that,
oh
Reb?
no,
You see
oh
that?
no, it's the Eftipus.
The Eftipus.
Oh my
Do we
goodness.
have a guest yet?
Not yet. We still have a couple minutes.
Okay.
He- he's been keeping me posted on the in the Facebook Messenger. So
I know you
see, there
will,
you go.
Rob. You.
I'll make
I hope
BA
you
defend the
do.
title whenever. Yeah.
I think you need to decide he needs to defend it more.
You want to defend it twice a show.
At least. I want him to defend it until he loses it. That's how I want him to do it.
Well, you know what they say, iron sharpens iron. That might just make him better.
I'm a little concerned about that. Maybe I shouldn't
Mhm.
say that.
Yeah.
But
Well, you
do
can
you
say
want
it next week if you want to, Minders, because BA is going to be our guest next week.
what?
Oh, I didn't tell you that?
Uh, oh, and he's in the chat.
He's
Let's
in the
just
chat.
make
Yeah.
it better. Let's just make it better. I hate you. You thought I was salty about the sign. Yeah.
All right.
Tom,
Rob says we'll see if
no.
Tommy can beat him tomorrow to figure out if Tommy will be the next challenger. So that confirms that this will be a non-title match tomorrow night. Oh, Devontae.
I love it. Wait, so you're making me. I have
You,
Joey. I have to deal with Joey tonight, and then next week you're making me deal with BA.
no, you get to deal with BA.
No, great.
Hey, it's
Sorry, I'll leave that body bag just right there then, just so
well,
he
you
can
got
be
a room
reminded.
full of Jimmy Carrot stuff to annoy him, so you should be happy.
I will annoy him.
Uh-huh. You always have to pick on people, Minders.
Oh wait, I can't put myself in a match for the TNT title as the GM. I'm sorry. BA, as much as it would mean for me to get my hands on you. So do an unsanctioned match.
Do a lights out match.
Do a lights out match. We're kidding, you guys. We're kidding. But
Yeah.
maybe.
You know, we got to be careful because we do make things happen.
I know. I'm kind of concerned
Oh,
about it,
speaking of
honestly.
that, Minders, last night on Jumping the Rail, we had Stam Stackhouse on with us from
We
Oklahoma.
did. David, if you get a chance, we need Sam Stackhouse.
He said he works cheap.
Yep, he said he works cheap, and we want to
And you were
see
throwing some ideas.
him and KLD. That
Or
was
him
the
and
first
Camaro.
one. Or Camaro. There you go. So,
Or CMC.
or see, no, not CMC. No, no, Rob. I just called you Rob. Rob, I'm sorry, Rob. I didn't
Hey,
mean to
Rob, you hear
insult
that? She
you.
called me Rob.
Rob, I didn't mean to insult you. Your face as soon as you figured out what I said.
She thinks she's funny.
I am funny.
Hey, Minders,
But
we still have to think of a name for this fella here.
I know. Rob, get on it.
We
We
need a
need a name.
name.
We need a name for a mannequin. You come up with good names for things.
See, he's smart. He's wearing sunglasses with all this light on my desk in his eyes. So
Yeah, but you can't tell he has a face. You want to go ahead and let's why don't we go ahead and talk about what do we got to talk about? We can talk about next Thursday before Joey gets here, I guess.
well, actually, you know what? Let's put a pin in it because
Oh,
we have a guest. So let's go ahead and bring him in here. The longest reigning, to my knowledge, 01 USA heavyweight champion, Mr. Joey O'Reilly. Joey, how you doing, man?
I'm tired. It's been a day. It's a Monday for me.
oh geez. In the
Yeah.
middle of the week it's a Monday? That's
Oof.
terrible.
Yeah. Well, my truck almost caught fire today and broke down twice. So it's a
Ooh.
Monday.
Oh,
Oof. Okay.
It's a day.
Joey, as much as it pains me to say this, I guess I'm Reb. I can't do it.
you can do it. Be
I
strong.
can't do it.
You can do
I'm
it. Just sound it out.
sorry.
There you go.
It almost came out naturally.
Almost.
She's been
Almost.
working on her sincerity, but
I have been.
she
I've been
has issues.
working on
She
it.
has issues.
Have you been doing it in front of the mirror, like preparing to say sorry in front of the mirror, so you can get your facials right and everything?
No.
I think you've
Oh,
been practicing with the dog, haven't you?
Yeah, Sugar looks at me. Sugar looks at me and then she's like, I don't know what you're saying, but okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Well,
so
Joey, it seems like we got a little bit to talk about. We didn't get the show on Saturday, so you haven't had your match with Theo yet. But I mean, you had the match on this past Thursday, you and CMC and Angler against Trauma Unit, and yeah, it seems like you guys are just getting started with this business you got.
I am very much just getting started. But I don't know what CMC's problem is. I mean, I'm
I
kind
know.
of glad he came down and stuck his nose in there because then I would have been two partners short, but I'd have fought it alone.
well
Oh,
I
you know
think
what his problem is?
Oh, I know what
mm.
his problem is.
Oh, he always knows what his problem
He's
is.
got respect issues. He doesn't respect his elders, and he, he thinks he
Uh,
knows everything, and he likes to cut beards and draw on people and
yeah,
all
but he
kinds of
looks
stuff.
older than us,
I know. What's going on?
so we should respect our elder toward him, right?
Uh,
He
respect
can't
is
drink a
earned.
beer
It's,
yet legally.
That's true.
so he's missing out.
He's missing out. Mm. So how did you feel? I mean, I know obviously you're upset with Theo. Again, I'm apologetic to the fact that he turned on you, and I might have put that in his head about a year ago. But how are you feeling about the whole situation, just in general?
Um, Feeling a little bit betrayed, just a, just a little bit. I should have seen it coming. I really should have, but I didn't. Uh, to be honest, I thought Chan would have walked away first. I mean, because I put that man through a lot of torture,
But he
but he
loves you
stuck
like
around.
family. He loves you like
He
family.
he does, and I thought, I thought we were all one big family. I mean, I elevated Theo. I made him a champion.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a good lengthy reign with the title, but after he lost it, he's very hot headed. So when something makes him mad, he has to go straight for said person or whatever. And I guess that's my fault for trying to get him, on the right track. Or it could be, Chris O'Brien and Casey Jackson. They could have had a lot to do with it. A lot to do with it.
You always got to kind of watch out for KC. He's always thinking.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
group of you guys that I always see that are always thinking. Yes, you're included in that group, but I want to know too, are we getting the low life oh, okay, you ready? We came up with a name for I have to, Reb, I have to. We came up with a name for when you have to team up with the high lifes. I think you should go by midlife crisis.
Oh Lord.
Mainly because CMC looks like he's in a midlife crisis.
I think teaming up with CMC would put me in a midlife crisis. So, I mean, and I'm pretty sure Jordan's went through a few of them. So I guess it's fitting.
Is that your wife? I hear cackling in the background.
Yes, it is. I didn't know she was back there, but
oh, that's great.
oh my goodness.
So
So
yes.
no,
Go ahead, Reb.
No, you're good.
No, go ahead.
All right. So have you heard from Chan since what went down in Mattoon?
I have not. I seen a few of his videos. It looked like he was going around looking for a new family. No, we haven't spoken. I haven't seen him since anything happened. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know where he's at right now. Couldn't tell you.
I mean, he's out there asking Uber drivers to be his family. So
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was a little weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew he was depressed, but I didn't know he was that depressed.
Yeah, he kind of spiraled quickly there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen to poor Chan, but yeah, it's one of those things. You said you thought Chan was going to be the first one to split. I thought maybe it would be both of them eventually, because you've been kind of we've seen the attitude change the last few weeks with you, like in the Edgewood with Tommy Davis, for example, with the respect with Constant Headache, and you weren't getting that with Theo or with Chan, obviously. So I kind of figured that the other shoe was going to drop at some point, but I thought it was going to be. I didn't. You couldn't have had me predict it was going to be Theo going in with Casey and Devontae and O'Brien.
No, that one threw me for a loop too. I mean, if anything, I thought Theo would have just went off on his own and tried to do things on his own, or at least, him and Chan. I
Right.
never thought he would join another group of a bunch of people to hide behind. For a big guy, a big, strong guy, he is a sissy and he has to hide behind a lot of people. That's like him trying to hide behind a telephone pole. He's always there to be seen.
Uh, I want it noted that it was Joey O'Reilly that called Theo a sissy. It was not me. It was not. It was not
Wasn't me.
Minderz. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know what. And what did you think of Devontae's turn? Here he had.
Kind of took a play out of your playbook too with the briefcase.
You know what? A little part of me is proud of him.
Mhm.
I mean, because he did it almost the exact same way I did it, almost to a T. So it's like teacher, like student. So, I mean, he's kind of following in my footsteps, but honestly, with his talent, I would like to have seen him win it fairly in a match.
Huh, I feel like we said that about the same time when you cashed in on Marvin.
Well, that wouldn't have been a fair fight anyway.
Oh, Devontae's laughing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Devontae's in the chat with us.
Devontae's in the chat.
I'm surprised we haven't heard from Casey yet. He's usually on the treadmill
No, he's
listening.
usually on the treadmill listening. But yeah, I don't know. Reb, why don't we run through next Thursday or tomorrow's card for what we have? Let's get Joey's take.
All
I
right,
mean,
we
he
can do that.
works with all these guys, so let's get his take on what he thinks is going to be coming up.
Yeah, we
And
can
we'll
do that.
tell him what we think and maybe give ideas for the future.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, we already tried to do that with Stackhouse, but we'll see how
You're
we
right.
do with the.
We need Sam Stackhouse at 0-1. That's all we're saying. That's a big boy. It's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Oh,
Oh,
running late, but I'm heading to the
there we go.
treadmill now.
All right. So, first thing we got for tomorrow, we got Luminary and ATM against Max W House and the Angler, and both those guys went up on the business end of trauma unit last Thursday. So
Sure
I imagine
did.
they might still be a little sore after all that business. But I'm very curious about the Luminary and ATM as a tag team.
That's definitely an interesting duo.
If they can get along and keep their egos out of the way.
That's a very fair point.
Because I don't feel like, who was it, Max and Angler,
Booker.
right? Huh?
Was it Max and
Put it back
Booker?
up there. Max and Booker. I don't feel like
Oh, wait,
either
no.
one of them.
Oh no,
I thought you
Max
said
and Angler.
Angler. Okay.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about before.
I don't feel like either one of those two guys have too much of an ego. So maybe I'm wrong.
No.
Joey, enlighten us.
If you're right, they don't have much of an ego. If they play it smart, they might be able to pull off the victory. Because Max has been very impressive as of lately. I've been watching him, and he's not won a whole lot yet, but he's standing his ground and he's holding his own against people, and that is very That's very impressive. Angler, he tries. He was a good partner last Thursday. I mean, he's the one that got beat initially, and I have to give him props for standing up for himself after Devontae kicking him in the face for no reason. All he was trying to do was to pull apart. So I mean,
Yeah.
both of them got enough anger maybe to pull off the victory. But then again, Jacques is a very hard hitter,
Hmm.
and ATM is also a very hard hitter. So if they stay on the same page, I'm sorry, but I think the Luminary and ATM might pull it off.
Like I said, if they can keep their egos out of the way, they'll be fine. And if Hippie Johnny isn't there to kind of say something about ATM being Luminary's partner and not Hippie Johnny.
Right.
That's true.
Just
It was a little
curiosity.
weird seeing Ashlyn was basically seconding Jacques last week during that match with Anakin.
Yeah, that was a little awkward, but it's okay. I mean, she did beat Anakin once. She didn't want to have to do it again. So what's our next
Yeah.
match, Red?
All right. Next up, we've got, well, speak of the devil, you got CMC against Theo White here. Uh, I don't know. I'm not sure I like CMC's chances here. Number one, Theo's going to probably have his boys out there with him,
Hmm.
and number two, when Theo's on, and you've said it before, Joey. When Theo's fired up, he's a buzzsaw, and it's hard to stop him. And yeah, I don't see CMC getting out of this one.
Ah,
I
go ahead.
I I I don't know. I'm kind of uh, uh, salty that I'm not in this match because I still didn't get my match against Theo. But
Right.
I do want to point out that CMC made it abundantly clear last week that he did not come back at the last big show to help me. He came back to help Jordan, who came back to help me. And then
Right.
again last Thursday, when I got beat down, he walked away.
Hmm.
And again, he didn't attempt to help me. So here's the thing.
Typical.
Yes, this is sad. I really don't want either one of them to win.
Double DQ.
But right, double DQ would be perfectly fine with me. But if Trauma Unit does get involved and decide that they're going to beat down CMC, I'm 100% not going to help him.
Fair point.
Yeah. Very fair.
I don't see CMC coming out of this on top because Theo, you're right. He's a buzzsaw when he gets focused on something and he gets a hold of you and
No.
tear you apart.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with Theo on that one.
I'm still going
Minderz,
for the
what do you
double
think?
DQ. We'll go for the double
Oh,
DQ.
you're going for the no contest. Okay.
Yeah, I
All right.
honestly, I think it will be Theo just because I think we're going to have some trauma antics. So we'll go
Yeah, it's
from
like I
there.
said, these days where Theo goes, the other two aren't too far behind.
Well,
Or I guess
but you
three
never
if Casey's there.
and you never know because CMC is learning from Jordan and Joey and Jordan. You guys were kind of the it group for a long time. So maybe CMC is
Kind of.
picking up on a few things. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. And there was something you said last week, Joey, was very telling. You told CMC, once a low life, always a low life. Now, were you talking about yourself or were you talking about Jordan?
I don't know. Who was I talking about? We were both
Like I
low
said,
life.
that's
Or
what I
Marvin?
said. I was like, he talked about all of them. What are you talking about?
That's true.
But yeah. Reb, what's our next
Yes.
match?
All
Let's
right.
keep this
Next
moving.
up here, hang on.
Oh, wait. Devontae's saying
Devontae's
something.
got a comment here. Devontae says he can do it by himself. CMC is definitely a loser. What has he done lately? Nothing. Well, made a
He's
solid
not
point
telling.
there. All right. Let's see. Next
Oh,
up, we have.
Rob just says sounds like he was talking about the low lifes.
Oh well, it
But
very well
all
could
right,
be. All right, let's move on here. Next
Yes.
up here, we got Myron Damone versus Reign Victoria. These
Who you
two, they
picking,
seem
Joey?
like they've been kind of.
Those dishes done yet?
Yeah, because I do them.
Oh, okay.
That's not my punishment. You know what? I don't like her attitude as of lately. I don't like the EOE. I never have. In fact, I'm the one who took the EOE out twice. Um, but I also don't really like Myron. So I think I think Rain's gonna beat him. It's plain and simple. She's evil. She's mean. She's angry. She has a lot of hatred.
Well, it's the Empress, so
What's
you know
your
when the
take?
Empress is around.
What's your take on the glitch running with Reign now?
The glitch is just like a lost puppy dog. He'll go with whoever feeds him at this point in time.
He was in your house at one point. What was up with that?
I also threw him out, and he ended up hitting everything on the way out of the house. I think it's I think I legit drew blood on his head. I threw him so hard.
Oh wow! Did you hear a hollow sound when it bounced off of things?
It was empty. Like, yeah, nothing was there.
Oof. Oh, that's gonna get him mad at me again, but that's all right.
He's already mad at you. I
He's
might have gotten him
perpetually
mad
mad
at
at
you.
me for some reason. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
between
he was trying to.
Rain wanting to cut your beard and me trying to get Matt Race tore up by Conley last Saturday. Our bad.
Yeah, you gotta stop telling Conley when people touch his chain, Minderz.
I know you do too. You started it,
Oh, that's
but
I don't know if we need to go
anyway,
that far. Anyway, a prediction, Minderz. Rain or Myron?
Rain.
I'm inclined to agree, so I'll say Rain also. Let's see.
What we
Next
got
up here.
next?
Well, speaking of the glitch, get the glitch versus
Oh,
Bradley Booker, and Bradley's been impressed me. He's still fairly new, but he's been doing a heck of a job down in Edgewood. So, and I saw you, Minderz, with the finger.
what's your take on Bradley Booker, Joey?
I'm not quite sure. I've only seen him wrestle twice. I don't tend to pay attention when other people wrestle unless it has an interest toward me or favors me in any way. But even after everything that we just said about the glitch, he has had a mean streak in him here lately. So if he's being brainwashed by the EOE, and like you said, Reb, you said Bradley's been impressive, but he ain't been there that long. I still think Harley might take this one, honestly.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, he's got something to prove because if he doesn't start pulling out some victories, I have a feeling Rain's gonna get rid of him.
That or she'll stab him with the crown. One of the two. I don't know which one's worse.
True. Very true. Very true. Reb, who are you picking?
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go with Bradley. I'm gonna be the different one here. I'm gonna say Bradley Booker's gonna take this one. And like I said, no offense to the glitch. I know he's always mad at me, but it just
He
seems like
hasn't been on here to yell at you
some.
yet.
That's true. It seems like sometimes he can't get out of his own way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he always makes that one error that kind of bites him in the butt at the end. So I'm thinking Bradley on that.
Are we going to bring up the fact, though, that the glitch is the only person I've ever seen take a clothesline laying on their stomach? I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
that did happen Thursday.
It
Flat
happened
on his
last
stomach.
Thursday.
Was it Stanley? I think it was Scott Stanley gave him the
Uh-huh.
clothesline, and he was
Well,
laying on his stomach.
I guess Scott is short, but still.
Still, yeah, it's kind of impressive though.
It was impressive. Never seen that happen before.
No.
Next match, please, Reb. Get me
All
out
right,
of
next
this.
up. All right. Next up, what we talked about a little bit earlier, Minderz, B.A. Malcolm and
Ugh.
Tommy Davis. This is one I'm looking forward to.
Oh, I'm sure
Uh,
you are.
let's go, Minders. I know how you feel about BA. It's going to be a hell of a match.
It is. It will be. I'm excited to see Tommy beat him up.
Yeah. So, Joey, how do you think BA is done in this second run with the TNT Championship since he
I
beat
think
Theo
he's
for it?
I think he's done this one well. I think he's came into this reign more aggressive than the first time. The first time I think he just kind of had it, but he didn't know how to defend it,
Yeah.
how to represent it. But now he's got a whole nother demeanor about him. You know, I feel like he's way more aggressive than I've seen him before. But Tommy Davis, I knew Tommy before he came in. He is very impressive, and he has the biggest fighting heart that I've ever seen, which is also what prompted me to show him respect after his and Theo's match. I mean,
Right.
because the kid would not go down, and he
No.
will not stay down. So if BA wants to pull this one out, he's gonna have to fight hard. But I'm afraid if Tommy gets the upper hand, he's gonna beat BA. But this one's really hard to call, so I'm gonna go with Tommy.
Rob,
Non-title. I'm going with
yeah,
Dave. I'm okay.
yeah. Rob threw this out. This is a non-title match. If Tommy wins, he earns a title shot. So that's the whole other level of motivation for Tommy going into
Yeah,
this.
now Tommy's got more to fight for.
Yep.
Uh,
Hey, we had Tommy on last week. We had
We
Tommy
did.
and Ashlyn on last week. I want Tommy to beat the crap out of BA. Maybe I'm still bitter, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I think Jimmy Carrot's the best thing that's happened to B.A. Malkin as far as
This is
competition
true.
wise. Because it's like you said, ever since he's been in the ring with Jimmy, he's turned that aggression up to a whole other level. And he doesn't have, it's like he almost had tunnel vision during his first run. Like he would get so focused on one thing, then that's when he'd make mistakes. You're not seeing that with BA these days when he's in the ring.
No, but
So,
does he still have Jimmy on the mind? That's
oh,
Sure does, because I
yeah, because
might
Benders doesn't let him
show up
forget.
and yeah, I won't let him forget. I might show up with a sweatshirt or a beanie on, and he comes directly for me and wants to kick my ass for some god awful reason.
I'm surprised you haven't bought like an old football or something and painted it up like Basil just to mess with him.
Nope, I don't need one of those. I don't need one of those. I would not go against Basil like that. Come on now.
No false Basils.
No false Basils.
So Minders, I'm assuming you're picking Tommy on this one.
I sure am, especially now knowing it's non-title.
Yeah, it's the, you know,
I'm
like I
going to
said,
be ready to move though.
Oh, I'm
'cause-
sure. Yeah, he does not get
Be
it on
there
the
tomorrow
chairs.
night, Joey. I'm coming down tomorrow night, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think I'm, as much as I like BA, I think I'm picking Tommy on this one. I think he's just got that extra motivator, knowing he's getting the shot if he wins. So that's where I'm going to go with that one. And I know BA's in the chat, so BA, sorry, it's that's just my take. Let's move on here. Well, we talked about Devontae a little bit earlier, and he's in the comments here. But Devontae's got DLC tomorrow night.
Oh.
I
think we had this discussion last week.
Yeah, because I think this match was supposed to happen last week, but DLC wasn't there.
DLC was feeling under the weather.
Yeah, that's been going around, but
it has been.
Maybe he just didn't want to deal with trauma unit. You know, I'm just saying. Casey says this is a night off.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I can't go with DLC. I have to go Devontae. I have to. He's on a winning streak right now.
He's on a roll. Yeah.
And he's changed. It's a stay out of our lane and you'll be fine. So DLC's walking in the way. So sorry, bud. And DLC's a friend of the show, and I usually try to stick with the friends of the show. But
yeah, we like DLC.
We do.
But it's like a chicken in a crocodile pit in this case, because those other two guys are going to be there. And
yep.
So Yeah, I got to agree. I think it's going to be Devontae in this one. Not saying
Joey?
he can't do it by himself, but work smarter, not harder sometimes.
Yeah.
I love DLC. He's he's got a big fighting heart too. I fought him a few weeks ago at a lucha company, and he kicked me so hard in the head, my vision went black.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, I mean, it didn't put me down. It didn't keep me down. Obviously, I beat him, and then I hit him with the bull rope after for hitting me in the head. But that's another story.
Oh
I
my.
hate to say it, but I I I'm gonna have to go with Devontae on this one. Sorry,
Yeah.
Hey,
DLC. Maybe another day.
Hey,
maybe another day
I'm
DLC.
going to say this. I've seen DLC. He's been putting some size on.
Has been.
He's been bulking up a little bit, so he's starting to. You can see he's putting in the work. That's for sure.
Yes, he
But
is.
yeah. All right.
You should hear the
Is
whining at the door right now. It's kind of funny.
that the dog or your mother?
The dog.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. All right.
It's just sugar.
Okay. Well, let's talk main event here. Tag team championship, new guys versus constant headache. And I'm not one to preeminently predict winners or anything. This could be a match of the year candidate for our shooties for TNT match of the year, Minderz.
I agree.
I mean, is
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
is this their first time going straight up, not being in some kind of multi-man situation?
Yes.
I believe it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
What do you
So
think of the new guys, Joey?
they're very impressive. They were impressive when me and Theo wrestled them. They were
Yeah.
very impressive last week when they almost speared Rain completely in half.
Yeah.
If they wrestle just like that, they might have a chance. But then again, Anakin and Kenny are very tough competition as well.
Yes,
Kenny's
they
not
are.
been in this as long as, maybe as long as the new guys, if not, maybe a little bit longer. But Anakin's been in this a while. So
Yeah.
I mean, he can lead. He's like a general in the army. He can lead any type of partner or match in any direction he wants it to go. So I'm gonna go with constant headache on this one.
I can't go against my boys. I gotta go with constant headache. Got to.
okay, I'm gonna throw out a hot take. I'm calling the upset. I think it's gonna be the new guys.
Impressive. I
I'm
don't think
Very.
so. The
just
only I wonder though if just here's a
Papa
thought.
Pullman's in the chat too, so sorry.
I, I was gonna say Papa Pullman's in the chat. Um, Luminary will be there. So I kind of wonder if there won't be a little
Chicanery.
chicanery. But just because the Light was supposed to have their title shot last Saturday and they didn't get it. So do they really want to see it change hands or do they want to prove themselves against constant headache? Just a thought.
I tend to think that they just want the belts. I don't
Yeah, I was gonna
know
say,
if
do
it
they
runs that deep.
care who has them?
Oh, I guess not. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
If
Jacques
you
got
look at
the
it
tap
this
out.
way, if you look at it this way, to them, the new guys might be an easier target.
True.
Should the new guys pull it off?
Right.
So you got to think of
Right.
it that way too.
Yeah.
Which, as much as I hate to say this, you have a valid point, Joey.
Hey, if I remember right, the last time Joey was on, you guys agreed on a lot of things.
We did.
Menders.
It,
So
it was scary.
I think you guys are more similar than you want to admit, Menders. I'm just saying.
Hey, just think though, last time he was on, I wasn't around. You had CMC
Oh,
as
that's
your
true. It was when we had Hot and Heavy on, yeah. And you
Yep.
were in Vegas,
I was in
skipping
Vegas.
out on work.
Yep. Sure was.
All
But
right. Well, yeah, so that's what we got for tomorrow. You're going to be there, Menders, so you're going to have to give me a blow by blow as it happens. We got a couple matches announced for the Road to War Game show on the 24th. we got the title match, Mad Dog against Baracus, and then we got the Shining Light title, Sierra against Rain. Uh, have you heard any more announced for that yet, Joey? Because I haven't seen anything on my end yet.
You know what? You just announced one more match than I actually knew. The only
Oh,
match I knew about was Rain and Sierra, so I
okay.
did not know about the title match. But that
Okay.
one's exciting. That one will be exciting to see Baracus come in and fight Mad Dog.
Yeah. So I got to imagine that the title's still on your radar, even though you got this, we'll call it a bump in the road, to borrow a phrase with Trauma Unit. So if you have a chance to go back in with Connolly, what's what are you thinking now that you've kind of gone about any way you can imagine with Connolly this past year? So how does your mindset change if you get Connolly again now that he's the champ?
I mean, I barely survived the last time I was with him locked in a cage.
Granted, that was
So
Theo's fault.
yes, if I got the chance to go one-on-one with Conley again, I would do it 100 times over. Interestingly enough, though, the one match that I would wrestle him in that I think would favor me instead of him would be a ladder match.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Connolly doesn't seem like the kind of guy who likes heights.
No, but he's also the kind of guy that would just pick the ladder up and throw it with me on it.
Yes,
So I mean, there's
this is
that.
true.
I mean, Lander can do it, so just saying. Seen that
But
happen before.
but you know, if Trauma Unit keeps getting in my business while I'm trying to take care of Theo, I might have a new title on my radar.
Hmm.
Junior heavyweight, huh?
Now
Okay.
you have not held that title yet, have you, Joey?
That is the only title I don't think I have held. I
Oh.
think I just went from a tag team title, skipped over the junior title, and went straight to the heavyweight title. Now Jordan's never held the heavyweight title,
Right.
so he's the only one of us that's held the junior title. So we're kind of like opposite on what titles we've held.
Mm.
I think that's what makes us a great team, though.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like we're gonna get a low life reunion sooner than we thought? I'm excited for it. I did like Rob didn't make the mention. I said something about Lander, and he said, "Yeah, Lander's got to show up first."
That's
true. True. And then Papa
Oh.
Bowman says,
Oh, yeah.
"Gut wrench off of a ladder."
I'm good. I'm
gonna
good.
say-
That last one hurt.
Yeah.
Say, if you need any tips on how to fall off a ladder, I know a guy.
Step one, don't do it.
Yeah, step one, don't. That's all there is to it. But yeah. Well, Joey, you got anything else you want to add? We've kept you for about a half hour, so don't want to keep you any longer than we need to.
No, I think I'm good. We'll just add that there. I will be there. I don't have a scheduled match, but that does not mean I won't show up and want to fight someone. So you always
Reb,
get that
you want to
figured out.
put that comment up that's at the bottom of our chat right now?
Oh, hey. Jordan
Hey,
Perry's
looky,
in the
who's
chat.
saying once a low life?
Yeah.
I think he might be a friend of yours, Joey.
Oh, I miss his face
And he
and his facial expressions. Every time you capture him in a picture, he does not have a normal face on. It's always some sort of weird facial expression. He is the king of them.
Yep, that's for sure. All right, Reb, we ready to get Joey out of here, and we'll close. We might get out of here early tonight.
Wow, we might be right around an hour.
Maybe.
Well, Joey, thanks a lot for joining us. You've always got an open door anytime you want to come in and talk about something.
Thanks for having me. Sorry I was late.
Oh, no worries. Like I said, we're good at killing time.
We can be. And again,
Yes.
Joey, I'm sorry.
There you go. It's getting better.
There, it came out better this time.
Okay. Working on it.
We're proud of
Good
you,
night,
Minderz.
Night,
See you later, Joey.
I was very well behaved.
I think, was that so bad?
Yes. Does it bother you that I can deadpan say that? Just look into the camera. Yeah, it sucked.
Oh, I thought it was fun. Thanks again to
No,
Joey O'Reilly for joining us.
you're gonna have way too much fun next week.
Oh, next week's gonna be a blast because
No, it's
we got your
not.
best friend on.
It's not my best friend.
He's your bestie. You can admit it.
No, no.
You know the old cliche about wrestling that you hit your friends harder than you hit anybody else?
Uh-huh.
I think you two have that in a wrestler fan dynamic. BA goes hard at you, and then you give it right back just as well because you're so close.
Okay.
You know, he needs to get some merch so I can get you a T-shirt.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Are you sure?
I'm fine. I have plenty of t-shirts and sweatshirts that I don't need anyone from BA. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to make the offer. 'cause
Although,
I'm a
wait
nice
a
guy.
minute. We'll see what it looks like. Then maybe we'll discuss.
Okay.
I just won't
That-
wear it in public.
It's your laundry day shirt.
It's my laundry days shirt.
Put sugar sleep on it or something and get hair on it.
There you go.
Although she doesn't really shed much, does she? She's Chihuahua.
I wish you could see. This sweatshirt is covered. Covered. She sheds more than you would think.
Oh, wow. Well, all I know is she growls more than a dog half her, like twice her size.
Hey, that meme you sent me on or tagged me on in Facebook the other. It's the truth, dang it.
Oh, sure it is.
If the doorbell rings, holy crap, she is storming the moat.
I wish I had a moat. Those were awesome.
Right?
All right. Well,
Right.
Minderz, let's pay some bills and then we can get
Well,
out of here at a
Why don't we
reasonable
go ahead
hour.
and say, because I know we've got
Oh, we got
couple guests.
upcoming guests. Yes.
Yes.
So next week we mentioned we got the TNT champion B.A. Malkin.
Eh,
He looks thrilled.
so do I.
But Minderz, the week after that, on the 21st, we're gonna have the Bud Light brawler Dalton Davis on.
Dilly.
Yes. Who I can say is confirmed he will be on the March 9th show
Nice.
in Terre Haute. So we'll talk
Super
to him about all
excited about that. I'm
Yes.
excited because he was supposed to beat up BA for me last weekend and it didn't happen.
Yeah, but he probably would beat up DLC too. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, collateral damage.
It's kind of cold, isn't it?
I'm sorry. It's like DLC, just stay out of the way, let Dalton take care of business, and you'll be fine. That's how I feel about it. What are you doing now?
Oh, I got a text alert on my phone from my bank. I was hoping that was going to say my tax refund went through, but not yet.
Oh.
All
Ooh,
right.
do we
Well,
want to talk about the expo, or are we not going to talk about the expo on this show?
now let's save that for JTR because there's not a lot to talk about right now. I mean, we got a few extra matches announced, but we'll save that
Yes.
for Tuesday.
Fun matches.
Yes.
Can we at least say the one?
Slice Slap?
Yes. Jack Vaughn's going to be in a match.
Yes. For those that don't know, the Squared Circle Expo in Indianapolis, March 29th and 30th, and they do have. There are going to be 2 nights of live wrestling along with the convention, and night 2 is going to be like multiple championship matches from multiple different territories. And
Yes.
so it's going to be some good stuff there. And some like convention exclusive championships also, those SCX
Yes.
titles. So I'm sorry, SCX, I should enunciate.
SCX. Yes. Okay.
Our
You wanna play our
our group
commercial?
chat in the Facebook is getting lively, Minderz.
Oh, it is, and I love it.
Yes. All right. Well, yeah. Let's pay some bills here. Hang on 1 second here. So we have a similar commercial we do for the Jumping the Rail podcast with the other shirts on there, and it's the same music but different parts of the songs to it.
Hmm.
My brother sent me a text this morning. He says, "You know, your Pay the Bills music sounds like the Midnight Express music." So I had to tell him that's because it is.
It's because it is.
That's Chase from the movie Midnight Express, and also, of course, the our favorite manager in the world, Jim Cornette, and his Midnight Express also.
Yes, that's funny. Your brother
Yes,
cracks me up.
yeah,
All right,
he's
Reb.
awesome.
So, yes, I will give you play by play tomorrow.
All right. Hey, real quick, we plugged the t-shirts. We gotta make sure we plug the Patreon.
Oh, we got
Uh,
N01.
yes.
Oh, we aren't missing
Um,
anything. Swerve and Hangnail are up first on Dynamite.
oh, okay.
We're good.
I predict a no contest and a triple threat at the pay-per-view.
Probably.
Thanks, guys. But
Thanks,
no,
guys.
patreon.com/01USA. You'll get all the Thursday night throwdowns. The main shows will be on there. They got some exclusive like promos, photos, stuff like that on there. There was a couple of new things on today. There was a new guys promo after their match last Thursday that was on there, and yeah, all kinds of good stuff there. So go check that out. It's like $5 a month at the lowest tier. Then it goes up if you want to get some more of the perks. I think one of the tiers you can get a ticket for the Mattoon shows out of it. So it's a heck of a deal. You do that
Pick
one.
me. I do that one, and that gives me a seat down at Thursday Night Throwdown.
Yes. So yeah, they got a
So,
good deal on Patreon if you're inclined to do that. 01 also has merchandise. As you see there, t-shirts, water bottles, tumblers, mugs, travel mugs, coffee cups, soda cups. I think that's what that green one is. So you can get those at the shows. You can get them basically by demand. If you hit up Rain or David, they make all that stuff happen. Uh, some of the logos you can get on your t-shirts. You can get oops, you get the Get Your Shit and Move shirt right there. You know, the 01 version. You can get the Fighting Athletes old time looking wrestling logo there. You can get the OG Corn-Fed Hero Reign Victorious shirt. You can get the 01 Army shirt, 01 USA versus everyone. Get the new EOE shirt there that Reign just put out not too long ago. And then get a couple Thursday Night Throwdown logos too. You can get this one's kind of a throwback to the old TNT network logo, but with the stars and stripes on there. It's a nice touch. And then the looks like an old Lucha Libre-ish inspired logo there. But yeah, you get all kinds of good stuff from 01 when you go to the shows. And that's
you know
just the
what?
tip of it. There's other stuff too.
There's a lot of other stuff too. But you know what? I think we need to give a shout out to somebody. And I want to give a
Okay.
shout out to Rob because he works his butt off.
What
And
doesn't he do?
sometimes I think he's underappreciated. So, Rob,
No,
thanks for listening. Thanks for coming on the show, and we need your help. We appreciate you.
yes. He is a jack of all trades in every sense of the word. I mean, ring announcing, wrestling when necessary, managing when necessary, commentary, general manager of TNT. Uh, he does some of the stuff with the video. He does all kinds of good stuff for
The
just for
music.
wrestling in general.
He,
Music.
he always he always
When
rescues whenever we have
he's good for a
problems.
song when necessary.
Yeah, good singer.
Yes. He
So yeah.
brings the festivity, Mr. Christmas. You know.
Yep. So Rob, we love you.
Yep. Rob is a good egg.
He is a good egg.
Yes. And he's the only he's the only egg that we recognize on this show.
No, he's not. Mr. Egg.
Well, at least put some respect on my name, called Mr. Egg.
I did. I called you Mr. Egg.
Yes, I appreciate that. All right. Well, Minders, on that semi-complimentary note, let's get out of here. Uh, so join us next Wednesday. Actually, you know what? I'll do a plug for JTR because it kind of applies. Next Tuesday,
It
we're going to be joined
does.
by Zach Ruber is going to join us on Tuesday. He's got apparently he's got quite a tale to tell that we're itching to find out about. But
We haven't
yeah,
stopped
ace
talking about it
videographer.
since he
No,
said something about it. So we
okay,
want to know.
there you go.
See,
Yes, Rob
you deserve
appreciates
it,
the
Rob.
appreciation. We appreciate that he appreciates the appreciation that we're appreciating.
Yeah. And we appreciate the fact that it works. And we also want to thank him for always plugging the shows every Thursday night when he's down there for
Yes.
our
And
podcast.
yes, and also for giving us like fact checking us when we don't know something. He's
Yeah.
always there to.
Thank goodness.
But yes, but yeah. So Zach's going to be on with us next Tuesday. Next Wednesday we mentioned we'll be on with B.A. Malkin. Minders is
How
thrilled,
many
as you can
times are you going to
tell.
remind me?
As many
Because
times
we're
as it
going to
takes,
have
Minders.
words after this podcast. We're going to have words.
Scott Harden asked what time is JTR? It's same time as this one. It's 6 o'clock p.m. Illinois time, and
Scott,
it's on the
I'll put it up on my Facebook profile. You can pull it from there.
yeah. We'll share the YouTube link on the shootout page also on
Yep.
Tuesday. But yeah, it's on the same channel, the JTR Podcast Network YouTube channel on Tuesday at 6 p.m. So yeah, hopefully you'll join us in. We also have a lot of fun on that show also, not just with our interviews. So
Jump in the
yeah.
chat. It's always lively.
Yes, it is a lively chat. It's a good time. And
Yes.
yeah, so I think Menders, I think we have covered all of our business. If do you think it's time to get out of here?
Yeah, I got to go cook supper.
All right. Well, I gotta get my backdrop pushed in toward the computer so it's not taking up the entire living room. And then
Ah,
yeah,
watch
yeah.
Dynamite.
All right. Well, I'll put Dynamite on. Otherwise, when I listen to Busted Open After Dark, I'm in the dark. So
Confused.
I'm a little confused. Oh, I'm confused when I watch the show anyway. But
I was going to say we're always confused.
all right.
Uh,
Well, on that note, for Menders, this is Red. Remind y'all, life is hard, work stiff, and we'll see you guys next week.